All right. Thank you. We're talking to the chairperson, Kamilah Moore, about some of the activities that happened here today at the state capitol. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm doing good. I mean, the CLBC released their press release pretty much stating they won't be bringing the bills to the floor. So that resigned to the fact that even though the legislative deadline is midnight, right, they can technically bring the bills at a later time today. It's probably not going to happen. So it's disappointing, but, everything happens for a reason.
Yes. So how do you feel about that, though? I mean, all that work that's been put in from the 9 members of the task force and these grassroots organizations, reparation advocates, many of them who are here today. How do you truly feel about, this stoppage? Because it was moving pretty fast. It went through like 6-7 committees. It got through the Senate, and it gets right up to the door, right up to the finish line, and it's stalled. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's why I feel like the community there's high impatience because, it just seems like you said, everything seemed to be all good. Like, bills were sailing through their various committees. People expected them to be introduced to the floor, and so it just seems like what happened is just really unexpected, and it's causing a lot of confusion and a lot of different emotions from the community. As we know, the agency bill was one of the final recommendations from the task force report, and it was one of the more stronger recommendations, particularly in terms of community support. It's just really unfortunate, almost unconscionable that no legislator had the political will or courage to introduce the bill to the floor. Particularly the California Legislative Black Caucus members, because the CLBC is such an esteemed institution, so they have the chance to, and they still have technically a chance to do something really historic, in the name of such an esteemed institution. And it's just unfortunate that these current members, and I'm not privy to all of the information in terms of what's going on, but let's say this was about any petty differences they might have with Bradford. You would have hoped that they would have put, their personal feelings, self-interest aside, to prioritize the needs, not even the wants, the needs of their community, because Black Americans, Black Californians, particularly descendants of slaves, we're in dire straits right now, collectively, right? Individually, some of us may be doing all good, but the data suggests, in terms of what the task force revealed, that we're in a really bad situation, and the state is responsible for the situation that we're in. And these 2 bills, would have rectified that, would have shown a good faith effort by the state to rectify, essentially their actions, their past actions against Black California. So we'll see. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So,
and if they are brought back in the next legislative year, you can do nothing but try to work with the CLBC to ensure that it gets passage in the next legislative year.
Yeah, that's also always an opportunity. So we'll see.
So the fight continues.
The fight continues.
And my last question, a contingent of individuals, came up from Southern California, Bakersfield, I believe somebody from San Diego. There's a lot of people, from these small towns around here in Sacramento. What's your thought about them coming out here to support it on the final day of the legislative session?
Yeah, it just shows, again, there was massive community support and interest in these 2 bills. And so, people showed that on a whim, dropping what they're doing to come to the state capitol and make their voices heard. It's unfortunate.
Well, I do want to thank you take time to share those your thoughts with us, and coming up here and trying to do the best you can, because I know you worked so hard on that task force meeting, and like you said, there's more work to do.
Yes, more work to do.
All right, I'm signing off.